Hey group number one, welcome to your reading. So if you picked this resilience, this is your energy. I love this because, you're obviously drawn to this because you've been through a lot. And maybe you're even going through a lot right now. You're carrying this really heavy burden. And I really feel like your ancestors are coming through because they want to take some of this burden off of you, but you have some either control issues or you're like, no, this is my responsibility. I need to take care of this, like this is on me. And I feel like they're coming through and they're trying to say, no, like give us some things to do. We want to help you, but you need to loosen up your grip. You need to let go of some things and you need to trust us. Because, and this is interesting too, because I pulled this card, which has the number 21, and the next card I pulled has 21. So I feel like they're trying to communicate to you through the number 2121. So pay attention to that. And I like how this next card came out, and it says Field of Dreams, and it's really beautiful. It has all these fairies sitting on these eggs in this field. And I feel like they are trying to almost get you to fantasize more, or visualize more of the kind of life you want because you deserve it. You're in a cycle right now of taking on too much responsibility, of putting too much on your plate, whether that's physically with work or mentally. And they want to bring you into this lighter, freer energy. You're just having a hard time seeing a way out. But they want you to communicate with them more. They want you to trust them more. And they're giving you clues and hints along the way. We also have Sad Embrace as the next card. So I feel as though with this, you're very resilient, you're very tough, but they want you to feel in those lower emotions sometimes. Embrace your sadness. They want you to feel into that. You're going through a lot right now, and you need to cry sometimes. You need to get upset, I think sometimes in the spiritual journey we can worry if we spend too much time in this lower vibrational energy, then we're going to manifest bad things. But that's not true. That's not true. Yes, if you're in that energy 24/7, that's not healthy either, right? It's about balance, but your ancestors want you to embrace the sad emotions, this blue energy, and really I'm also hearing something with the throat chakra, so whether it's crying or yelling or venting to other people, don't carry all of this weight yourself. You have people around you that want to help you, not just your ancestors, but there's people around you that want to help take the burden off. You would do the same for them. You would do the same for them, so let people do the same for you. And this card's interesting. This is a new deck I got, and this has the number 5, and it says Goblins. It's interesting. I don't know what that means. I guess when I see goblins, I think of nightmares. Maybe your inner demons coming forth for you to face, something like a dark emotion coming in that's scaring you, that you don't want to face. You'd rather carry the heavy burden of this than face it or let yourself feel it almost. Because you are very strong for this group. I can tell you're very, very strong. But it's time to release something and embrace a certain side of yourself that you're not fully allowing. And your ancestors are working with you to help you almost like you see your struggle, see your pain in a new light, in a new reality. Yeah, because we have the 5 of Cups in reverse, and this is all about releasing emotion, because cups have to do with our emotions, and it's in the reverse. So there's something you're not releasing. But look at this 9 of Cups energy. It's right next to that, which is all about fulfillment. So your ancestors are working with you to get you to feel more free and lighter in your body and more accepted of yourself and your reality. They want you to feel free from this 8 of Swords energy, this trapped energy. And they want you to know that you can manifest anything that you want. You can. If you want the happily ever after, the happy family, the healthy, happy family, whatever it is you're trying to manifest, that job, whatever fulfillment it is that you want. Maybe recently you've just been losing hope in it. Everything's felt heavier. And maybe you've had some new realizations of where you're carrying extra weight in your life. And you're like, holy cow, I didn't realize this, or I wasn't completely aware of it. And now your awareness is heightened and you're realizing new things. And it's just feeling really heavy. And you've gotten so strong to the point where it's almost harder for you to embrace your emotions, because you're like, it's the way you see the world very beautifully. You do. But you're constantly being challenged by your ancestors. I feel like your ancestors are tough. Like, they are not messing around. They know how strong you are, so they're kind of pushing you even harder. And you're at this point in your life where you're like, I've already been through so much. Why can't I just be where I want to be at? And they're saying soon, soon, keep holding on, soon. Don't let go of your dreams. I feel for this group, maybe recently it's okay to take breaks from trying to manifest your life. We shouldn't always be trying to manifest, right? I think it's a good thing to get grounded in the present moment. But don't completely lose touch of what you want for yourself, is what they're saying. Because you are going to get everything that you want. You are. 9 of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment, and you're on your way to that. Things just might feel heavier right now. But this is temporary, they're saying. This is very temporary. I like how the moon is in here, because you're very affected by the moon cycle. So this is a timeless reading, but if you're watching this around the eclipse, this could be a heavy season for you. Just because, not because there's more being brought on your plate, it's just that your awareness of things that were already on your plate are being amplified, if that makes sense. So things that were already holding you back, that you weren't completely aware of, are now showing themselves, so that you can see it, so it feels heavier, even though it's an energy that's already been there. That's what I feel like. Let's pull more from this moon deck. Yeah, the void. Dark moon. This almost looks like an eclipse too. And we have the number 1. So it's like, it's interesting because for you, group number 1, and we have a 1 here, so 1s could be a significant number you're seeing as well. You have been anticipating this new beginning, and you were really excited about it. And this new beginning happened, but it happened in a really dramatic way where it was really good, but also really bad. Like, it was really good, but it also shook up your reality, I feel like. A lot of you have had a reality just shake the ground beneath you, or you're in that process right now. And I feel like there has been a void feeling. There's been a disappointment. There's been a shake in what you believed in, or of how you saw the world or your relationships. There's been some sort of shake, and it's felt dark. And this darkness, this void you're in, is very temporary. This is part of your healing process. This is part of your human experience. It's not going to last forever. And it's necessary to really just embrace this energy. Yeah, and then we have 1 + 9, which is 10. It's interesting because I feel like you're beginning this new cycle, but it's wrapping up pretty quickly. And it will wrap up quicker the more you embrace the dark side of it, if that makes sense. So the more you embrace where you were hurt or disappointed or tricked or whatever it was, the more you kind of just feel into that energy, the more you'll get into a balanced state. You'll find balance, you'll find more peace, you'll be more enlightened, and you'll feel more connected. So Feel in the pain. I know it sucks sometimes and it's hard to feel in the pain because we don't want to feel in the pain. And then we have self-love. Yeah. So feel in the pain and love yourself, they're saying. Love yourself through it. Give yourself nurturing energy when needed. But it's time to release and feel. Feel, release, and love yourself. This is a very intimate, very self-focused time for you right now. But I feel like a lot of good stuff is coming really soon for this group. Like, I had this feeling that all this really yummy, awesome stuff's about to come. So let's pull cards on that, because I feel like you need a little glimpse into the future for this group, just to see, to like help raise your faith a little bit, give yourself more hope. And I relate to this group, by the way. I do. So I feel you guys. Okay. So what's coming in the future for group number 1? What can they look forward to? What good energies can group number 1 look forward to? Any glimpse into the future, please? Ooh. The Wheel of Fortune. This is the luckiest card in the deck. I can't believe this came out. Okay. This is basically saying the wheel's turning in your favor. This is good fortune. So I'm hearing more money. I'm hearing healthier, stronger relationships. So people and finances. So if those are things you've been worrying about, or, you know, maybe you've been feeling more lonely or something like that, I just feel like it has to do with people and finances. So let's see what else is coming through. Okay, the World. This is also a very, very positive card. This is about feeling whole and complete. So this also could be for health. So for some of you, maybe feeling, you know, having some symptoms or struggling with any kind of health ailments, this is a sign that you are on the right path to healing, and that you are being guided strongly by your ancestors to remedies that are going to help enhance your life, to help bring more calmness, stability, more energy, and vitality. So I love that for you. I mean, look at these women in these cards. Look at how happy they look. They look free. They look full of life. And they're on top of the world, literally. Like, she looks like she's on top of the world. And she looks like she's embracing the world. That's awesome. So I have the King of Cups in reverse. So this is interesting because I'm hearing a couple things. I'm hearing there could be an unexpected person coming in that you weren't prepared for. There also could be, I don't know, like maybe a doubt in your intuitive gifts, your intuition. Or maybe even a break from your spiritual practice. So when these good things start to come, you kind of start to live in the more 3D realm, or 4D. I think the 5D realm is great, but the 5D, it's such a high vibration. I don't feel like it's good for people to be in all the time. That's just my own opinion, because it can almost pull you away from the reality that we live in, and I think it's good to embrace the reality in the 3D. I don't think the 3D is a bad thing, like some people can say. I think the 3D is beautiful. But I think that, yeah, it's almost as if you're just maybe taking a little break from your spiritual leadership. If you are a spiritual leader, or if you help people, you're almost taking a little pause from that to just enjoy your life. Like, you've done a lot of work on yourself, and you've committed a lot to, you know, building a relationship with yourself and doing all these things, but it's almost like you're just taking a little break from it to just be in the present moment, really, and enjoy the earthly pleasures. Let's see. What else is coming? Anything else coming for group number 1? I mean, this is already really good. Okay, planning and action. So I feel like there could be more motivation for this group. So if you've been feeling a lack of motivation, a lack of energy, because it says energy at the top, a lack of energy, a lack of focus, then that's shifting for you as well. So if you're feeling like you're maybe hibernating a lot, or you're just like not feeling motivated to get work done, that's going to change. Right now, you're not. You don't have that energy because you're supposed to be doing more resting and reflecting before this abundance of goodness comes into your life. Okay, yes, I love this. New beginnings, which has 1, and it says cycle at the top next to deserving. So you have realized your worth, group number 1. You really have. You are completely deserving of this new beginning. It's going to feel very childlike and like childish and very young, fresh energy that's going to be coming through. I really don't feel like it's going to be that long. Let's see if we can pull a time card. It might be different for all of you, but let's just see if a time card comes out. Yeah, okay, 6 of Wands. This is soon. Wands energy is pretty soon. I would say in the next 6 weeks. Let's see if I can pull another time card. Yeah, 7 of Wands. Okay, 6 to 7 weeks. So yeah, the next couple months, I feel like things are really going to shift for you, and they're going to feel a lot lighter, and you're going to be embracing this really yellow aura about you, this very bright yellow. You're going to be filled. Your solar plexus is really going to shine because there's a lot of yellow coming through, and you can even see her solar plexus is like shining. There's going to be this new energy of self-confidence, self-worth, and because of that energy, you're going to just attract all of this abundance. And I feel like your ancestors have been working with you to prepare this for you. Like, this has been in the works for a while. It's just had to go at this pace. So I'm excited for you, group number 1. I love you so much. Thank you for being a Patreon. Yeah, if you ever want to comment down below a specific pick a card you want to see, I am more than willing to take any ideas. So I'm sending lots of love to you. Hang in there. I know it feels rocky a little bit, but I know you're strong, and you're getting through this, and you're doing fabulous. And I love you. I'll see you next time. Okay, group number 2. So it's interesting because we pulled this card. This is Wisdom. And it's the number 22. Oops, let me just throw it at you. So you could be seeing a lot of 222s more recently. I think it's so pretty too. She's like reaching up for the stars, and she's standing on all these books. So I feel like recently you've learned a lot. You've learned something new, group number 2. You had a new realization, you had a new download. For some of you, you could be reading a book or taking a course, but you've just learned something new. And it's kind of shaking up your reality, because next to it we have Coming Apart, number 46. Oh, this is a really pretty card too. I just got this deck, so it shows 2 faces and then these 2 women sitting on top. So something shifted for you. You're seeing the world in different sides, and you're really learning not to see the world in black and white. It's like this gray area of like, this is good, this side is good and bad, but this side is good and bad. Whether you're looking at people or situations or beliefs or religions or politics, you're seeing the good and bad in both sides, if that makes sense. You're seeing that you're just seeing from a very opened and widened perspective. This new information that's come in has really been shifting you. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, then it's about to, or maybe you're in the beginning stages of it. But there's something making you look at the world differently. And it's opening up your mind in a whole new way. And Spirit of Place, this is actually bringing you closer to Spirit and your connection to Source. It may not feel like it all the time, but this is actually helping you expand. It's just been, maybe it's been a little confusing at times. I feel like there's a confusion with this group. There's confusion and clarity happening all at once. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like you're confused and you're like, what the hell? But you're also like, oh, that makes so much sense. And it's making you kind of go back and forth. But ultimately, it's bringing you into a new sense of balance. So your ancestors are working with you to help. They've brought in this new information for you. They're helping you look at the world differently, and they're helping you find balance through it all. So it might feel a little unsteady, because see how she's standing on all these books, and she's on a boat, and it feels a little rocky. She's trying to search for the right answer. And your ancestors are trying to tell you there is no right answer. All the answers, the options, like if it's a multiple choice question, right? You're asking a question in the universe and you're like, is it A or is it B? Or is it C? Or is it D? Or is it all the above? Right? And it's all the above, but it's also none of it. I'm getting weird. I'm getting weird with this group, and I feel like you can handle it. I'm getting out there. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. This energy is kind of all over the place, but bear with it because it's bringing you into a really beautiful place, because the next two cards we have are attraction and self-love. I actually pulled this combination out for my TikTok the other day, and I love this combination because it's like all the self-love you've been doing is helping you attract more into your life. You've really been focused on yourself and what you want. You've been protecting yourself, protecting your energy. You're not letting people mess with you. You've been speaking very kindly to yourself. I can tell that for this group. You've been speaking kindly to yourself and nurturing yourself, and that's really shifted everything in your life recently, and it's starting to attract a whole new energy. So you're going through this transition right now where everything's kind of rocky and shaky and a little uneasy, but you are coming into more calming energy. So hang tight. I feel like you're already feeling some of the calmness even amidst this chaos. I really feel that for this group. You're feeling more grounded even though there's a lot happening because of your love for yourself, your love for the planet, and your open mind is really helping you. But you are doubting your intuition. You are doubting your intuition. And that's okay right now. You're kind of going through a lot, so be easy on yourself. It's not going to last forever. You've had to give more to yourself recently than to others, and that's okay as well too. This is both temporary, and it was needed for this time period. I also feel like with this Three of Wands in reverse, this is basically saying that your future as you planned it or as you were hoping it would go is going in a different direction. Things are changing, but it is for the betterment of your life, and your ancestors are working really closely to make sure you get a very fulfilling life. It's going to be different than you thought, but it's going to be even better. So that's why that's happening as well. So they really want you to trust in them. They really want you to trust in their plan for you and what they have going on behind the scenes. Because we also have this Ten of Swords. This is the Death card. This is the end of a major cycle. So something is coming to an end. I feel like it's a lot of the conflict of the mind. It's a lot of confusion. You're coming to the end of a lot of confusion. You're really stepping into more peaceful energy is what I feel. I feel like you've already been stepping into it, but you're going to step into it even more, which is really cool. So what else is group number 2 going through? Like, what else is going on? Magic Stream. This is my new deck. Magic Stream. I love this because water, I think, can mean like an overfilling cup, right? Abundance. And I feel like there is this like magical stream flowing towards you because you're learning how to go with the flow, how to flow with the current. You've been learning that for a while, and now it's really going to work in your favor. And I feel like you're really manifesting emotional abundance, like peace and groundedness within your body and enlightenment and stronger psychic gifts. It's a lot of emotional fulfillment within yourself and just feeling at peace within yourself. And that will attract other things as well. Yeah, sacred pool. Look at all this water energy. You're really manifesting just calming energy. Water, you've been watering yourself. I just think of water as this beautiful giving energy. Oh yeah, and there's a girl like floating in the water, and she just looks at peace, and it looks like there's this like glowy light above her, and there's these butterflies, and she's just soaking in the magic of her own love. own love and what she's manifested for herself. Peace. Oh, that makes me laugh. That makes me laugh. Yep, peace. That's been your goal. Peace, more peace. That's what you're getting. That's what your ancestors are helping you achieve. More peace. It's almost like I feel as though you're going into this state where you're constantly meditative. Like you're meditating even when you're just driving, or even when you're talking to somebody and you're out and about, or you're working. You're learning how to stay grounded and present and in a state of beautiful flow. And you're really taking care of yourself with like foods and nutrition and exercise. I feel like is really going to help this group too feel even more peaceful. So maybe you haven't had the energy to exercise, but I feel like trying to start doing, even if it's just light exercise, could really help this group too. But yeah, peace. That is your theme, group number 2, is peace. So things that might have felt a little less peaceful, but it's to bring you into more peace. And then we have boundaries. Yeah, so, sorry, my nose itches. I like how she has this protective bubble around her. Like she has this little protective shield because you've learned how to set boundaries. They've been tested a little bit recently, but I feel like you've held strong with them. Like people have come through and you're like, you've been wanting to bend, but you're like, no, I know my worth. I know what I need to do to protect myself, and you're much more comfortable setting them, and your ancestors want to acknowledge that, and they're proud of you for that because they know that that was something hard for you to do in the past. Oh, and look at this card. This one's really beautiful. I'm sorry, my nose keeps itching. Just gonna itch it. Okay, we'll be good. We have nourishment. Oh, this card's really beautiful. You're nourishing yourself. That's what's bringing all this peace. You're taking care of yourself. You're opening your mind. You're challenging the things that you had in your life because you realize that the only way to grow and move forward is to challenge your beliefs, is to challenge your view on the world, because the only way we can expand and move forward is if we learn to embrace everything from a new perspective sometimes. And I really feel like you're doing that, and you're taking care of yourself in a new way, where you're starting to open up to the idea of it. There's something changing in the way you take care of yourself. And it's really powerful. And again, we have all this water. There's so much water energy. Even her in this bubble, she's sitting in the water. This attraction moon, she's sitting in water. Water. Most of these cards have water. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Does this one have water? No. 4, 5. All of this freaking water. You're in, I don't want to say you're in control of your emotions, but you're just empowered more by your emotions. In the past, you've really let your emotions like take you over, and you felt like you were drowning in the past. And now you're just, you know how to swim. Like you're in an ocean with rough water and you know how to swim. You know how to surf. You know how to take the boat out. Like you got this. Like you and water, you're not scared of water anymore. And water has to do with our emotions, right? You embrace the water. You welcome the water. You let the water fill you. You give water to others. You have a good relationship with water. You used to be scared of it. Now you embrace it. And you find peace in it. So I love that. So peace is your theme, group number 2. Your ancestors are helping you achieve more of that. If you haven't felt completely in that, more is coming. Know that. Keep embracing your emotions, and just, but I feel like you don't really need to do much, honestly, for this group. I feel like you've been doing the right things, and I feel as though you're going in the right direction, and your ancestors are kind of just they're around you. They're kind of cheering you on. They're kind of nudging you a little bit and giving you hints and clues, but they're like, you got this. Like, you barely need us. Like, they're your swim teacher, and they're like, you know how to swim. You know how to swim now. It took you a while to learn how to swim. It took you a little while to get comfortable in the water. But now you're comfortable. That's such a weird analogy, but, you know. They're like, you're good. You're good. You got this. All right. I love you guys. I hope this helped you. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for being a Patreon, and I'm sending you love. Bye. Okay. Group number 3, welcome. So you picked this card, Protection. So I love how this bird is carrying this lady. She's resting. I feel like your ancestors are kind of taking the lead right now in your life. They're wanting you to rest more. They're saying don't worry, like even if you feel like you're not doing a lot, or you feel like you're not doing enough, or I need to do more of this or that, they're like, don't worry, we got you. Like I feel also for this group that maybe your intuition isn't as strong right now, and that's for a reason. So if you feel like you're not getting as many downloads or as much insight, that's okay. They kind of want you to rest, not just your physical body, but your third eye. They want you to rest everything and just let them take the lead for a little while. So maybe you felt a little powerless, but this is also teaching you and helping you to loosen up your grip on control in life. They're saying, just trust us. Things are going to pick up again. Things are going to feel more vibrant again. But right now, it's time to just chill out. Let us do some stuff behind the scenes. Make sure you're resting when you're tired. If you need to take time off your work or your hobby or whatever it is you do that. And know that it's not going to slow you down because we got you, basically, is what I'm hearing. And you actually got a lot of cards that the second group got, even though the message is a little bit different. I was laughing when I shuffled because I was like, oh, wow. But you got the nourishment card, the attraction, and the peace. So I feel like the more you nourish yourself, right, the more you just find peace with where you're at, the more you find peace with where you're at, you will attract more. You will attract more abundance in all forms. We also have the number 44, so you could be seeing a lot of 4s. And that's a sign that your ancestors, your spirit guides are around and they're helping you. They're working things out for you. They're shifting a lot of the energy that you can't see. So just focus on nourishing yourself, eating high, quality foods, finding time to rest and find peace. And because you do that, because you take care of yourself, it's like I always say, the more you take care of yourself, the more the universe will take care of you. Because what we put out, we attract. And then these next cards were really powerful because I got the Warrior and Focus. The Trapped came out in reverse. I was just feeling so much strength for this group. I feel like you've been through so much. You freed yourself from this cage. You used to be in this cage. You're not in it anymore. At times you might feel as though you're feeling a little stuck, but you're not trapped. And your guides, your ancestors want you to know that. You're not trapped. You're just at a phase where you need to slow down. And maybe, with this Warrior and Focus, you feel like, oh, if things slow down, I need to do more. I need to focus. I need to work harder. I need to step up. And they're saying, no, just have hope. Just have faith. When you feel inspired and you have the energy, put the work in where you can, but don't feel like you need to do that all the time. Okay, there are going to be days when you need to just relax and rest, and that's equally just as important. And even if you do that, even if you are just resting one day and you're watching Netflix in your bed and you're eating some sugar, it's okay. You're still on the right path. You're still focused. Yeah, just continue to have hope. I feel like this group, maybe you've lost a little hope recently. You've lost your faith a little bit. And that's okay. I think that's normal and that happens, being a human. We can't just have 100% faith all the time. And I feel like your ancestors are saying that's okay, but, maybe you've lost hope recently, but it's not going to last. Like, you're going to regain your fire. You're going to regain your strength. We have the Beauty card, and when I see this, it's as though you're going to start seeing the world with more beauty, with more excitement. You're going to see yourself with more beauty, and there's a lot of magic coming, because this also looks like the flower from Beauty and the Beast, right? That magical flower. And I feel like, in that movie, right, it's weeping and it's dying, and you might even feel like that at times. Like, things are shedding, the old is shedding, but pretty soon there's going to be this energy where the flower comes back to life, where you go from this resting, rejuvenation to this, blossoming magical flower, and you're going to feel like a new person. So I feel like you're either made a lot of changes recently or you're about to make a lot of changes. And the way you take care of yourself and the way you see the world and your relationships, something big is changing, and that's really helping you. So whatever you're doing, they're encouraging you, they're saying yes, follow your intuition. Even though your intuition doesn't feel as strong, it's still there. You're just kind of in this stage of doubting it more, but it's still there. Yeah, and then we have the sacred pool and the field of dreams. And again, she's resting. And I like how she's laying in a pond because water represents our emotions. So your ancestors really want you to sit with your emotions right now, sit with your feelings, sit with your thoughts, kind of recover from what you've been through. You're still doing a lot of healing, and just be okay with sitting in those emotions, whether they're really good emotions or really bad emotions. It might depend on the day. They want you to get more comfortable in that water, in that emotional energy, because you've gotten much more comfortable in it. But right now, they want you to spend a little more, like extra time, basically, in that energy, and spending time reflecting. And also with the field of dreams, they also want to encourage you to spend some time in Fantasyland. They want you to spend a little bit of time, not a ton, but a little bit of time just, what do you want? What do you want to happen? What goals do you have? How do you want the future to go? Have fun with it. Play with your imagination. Or if you're a writer, write down the things you want to manifest. But don't feel bad about doing that. Maybe things have changed so much in your life recently or in the past where you're like, oh, it doesn't matter what I ask for because something else happens or this happens. And they're like, no, it's still good to manifest and visualize the kind of dream life we want. It's just that, we can't always, we're not supposed to hang on too tightly to it, right? We're not supposed to be like, oh, this is what I want and this is the way it has to go. We're kind of just putting the energy out there and that trusting that the universe, that our higher self and our ancestors, our spirit team will bring in what ultimately will fulfill us for the best for ourselves and for others. So yeah, this is really beautiful. Let's pull some more cards. What else? What else does group number 3 need to know? So you might be feeling kind of heavy lately, a little more tired. Oh, I love this. A lot of flying energy. Oh, and encouragement, because look at... Okay, so back to this first card, right? This bird is carrying you, right? And then we have a unicorn flying. Oh, this is funny. And it literally says flying. So you're going to go from being carried by your ancestors to flying on your own, okay? You're turning into this freaking unicorn. Very unique soul, free of life, full of life. And look at this encouragement. You're also drawing in more connections and more people that are going to be more encouraging. Because you've been doing this for yourself, because you've been taking care of yourself, you're bringing in people that are going to encourage you and lift you up and really just nurture you in a whole new way and just really see the beauty in you. So you're attracting beautiful, beautiful connections. And I feel like, too, your ancestors are encouraging you more as well. They're like, you got this, we love you, we're taking care of you, we are guiding you, let us guide you, talk to us more, vent to us, your frustration, cry if you need to, yell at us if you need to, yell at the universe, whatever comes up, just let it be. If you need to scream at us one day because you're mad, that's okay. They can take a beating. They're not going to get mad at you. Your ancestors aren't going to run away from you. They're not going to be like that ungrateful, witch. They're not going to do that. They can take a beating, And if you need to, they're like, we can be your punching bag, basically, if needed. Because they freaking love you, and they're your family, and they do anything for you. Oh, we have the Ace of Cups. I love this depiction. The 3 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. It's kind of a creepy 4 of Pentacles depiction. But I love this Ace of Cups. Look how pretty that is. More water energy. So see the Ace of Cups. This is new love. But this is also you opening up to new love. You're really opening up, grief number 1. Like, even more. You've opened up a lot this past year, but you're stepping into, I feel like it hasn't completely happened yet for you, but you're about to step into a more open heart. Like, and I like how she's walking down these steps, and she's got this, you know, these candles lit up, and it's like she's walking into, like, the unknown. Like, what's downstairs? What's going to happen? She's a little scared, but she's doing it. She's doing it. Yeah, and the Four of Cups is about holding on to something. So right now you're still kind of holding on. You're still kind of like, I don't know. I'm just going to keep here. I'm just going to stay here. But slowly you're coming into this new energy of opening up your heart more and opening up. It's not just your heart. It's like you're opening up your soul. You're opening up something. It could be different for all of you, but you're opening a new side of yourself. You're showcasing a new side of your authenticity, of who you really are, and you're feeling more comfortable with that, and you're just like, world, this is me. I don't care if you don't like it, whatever. This is me. That's how I feel for you. You're starting to become more alive because of these shifts and because you're taking the time to practice these different healing modalities and take care of yourself. You're stepping into new vitality that's going to showcase a whole new side of yourself, basically. I like that. I love that. Wow, I'm proud of you. Seriously, you're going through, I feel like it's a collective thing though, honestly. I mean, I've been going through some stuff and it's been heavy. It has been heavy. And we just started eclipse season. This is a timeless reading. You can watch at any point, but if you're watching this right when I post it, we're in eclipse season, baby, and we know that that can get intense. But it's also, I feel like this eclipse season is very intense, but also really, really beautiful. It's not one of those intense energies where it's like, it's just intense and we're so confused. There's a lot of intense reflection and in tower moments, but we're finding clarity and peace soon thereafter, or even within the chaos, we're finding abundance and a sense of joy in the reflection and in the healing process. So I feel that. So anyways, I'll leave it at that. Oh God, I dropped a deck. I'm sending you love. If you want to comment down below, I'd love to hear from you. And, you know, if you guys have any suggestions for pick a cards, please, I'm all ears, and I love you. Bye.